Hi guys, my name's Dom and I'm going to be talking to you about climate change and global warming. So the WHO has predicted that between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year. This is from malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea and heat stress. I've chosen this topic as clearly it is an issue which demands our attention just from this opening fact. It's happening all around us and I guarantee that we're all contributing to it in some way. But you'll be happy to know that we can also be part of the solution. Everyone of you listening can make positive change. I'll tell you how this is possible throughout this presentation. All of you listening should want a better life for our generation, also the next generation after us. And it can be achieved if we all work together as a society and we can save our planet to create a better and brighter future. Carbon dioxide levels and effects, along with the burning of fossil fuels and greenhouse gases, as well as methods on how we can stop this, will be discussed throughout this PowerPoint presentation. So, carbon dioxide is the first main problem. Levels in our atmosphere are always growing. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, meaning that it forms a blanket around the Earth's atmosphere. This blanket allows heat from the sun to enter the Earth's atmosphere. However, this heat is then trapped inside the atmosphere because of the blanket. Therefore, our planet gets warmer, and this has severe consequences. Some of these consequences include melting ice caps and causing rising water levels. This affects many species that live in like Arctic conditions, for example, penguins and polar bears. This also causes flooding. Global warming is shifting rainfall patterns, making heavy rain in more frequent areas, so the lower parts of the Earth are more prone to risk from damage and potentially even drowning and death. Deforestation is also causing increasing levels of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Deforestation is a process of cutting down wide areas of trees. It is the second leading cause in global warming and produces about 24% of global greenhouse gas emissions. However, deforestation has another effect of destroying habitats and therefore is damaging to ecosystems. So another problem is our fossil fuel use, as it is unsustainable and we need to cut back if we are going to have a chance of saving our planet. Fossil fuels are natural fuels such as coal, oil, gas. In recent years, coal has been the most abundant, so that's one we've been using the most in recent decades. Burning coal is not good for the environment. In fact, the levels of carbon dioxide are higher today than have been at any point in the last 800,000 years. This is particularly a problem for the US, making up just 4% of the world's population. However, they alone contribute to 25% of the carbon dioxide levels produced in the Earth's atmosphere. So one country producing 25% of the world's pollution is not good, and this needs to change. The burning of fossil fuels is also damaging to our planet, as has been causing high levels of pollution, particularly in the air and in the water. These costs have been calculated by the WHO at an estimated $2.2 to $4 billion a year. This is a lot of money which, if we all contributed to make positive change, this money could be invested elsewhere into more important things like healthcare, education, etc. Further looking into fossil fuels trapping heat into our atmosphere, we already know that the average temperature has been rising. In the US alone, in the last 50 years, it has increased by 2 degrees. This problem of Earth getting warmer has consequences and knock-on effects. Heat waves and more extreme temperatures have been associated with an increase in deaths, particularly among vulnerable groups like the aged. Also linking to this point, the rising temperatures are highly likely to encourage the migration of disease-bearing insects like mosquitoes, and malaria is already spreading to places it's never been before. So although we are facing this severe problem of global warming and climate change, the good news is that we can help to make positive change and help preserve our planet. Saving the planet is easy and start right from home. The little things that you can do daily to help contribute. Some of these include simply pulling the plug from a charged device. The idle load across all US households adds up to about 50 large power plants in the US. This is a lot of energy that we could be saving. Another simple way is saving water, taking shorter showers, turning the tap off when brushing your teeth, all of that. Another way in which we can help to conserve our planet is through changing our methods of transport. With electric cars and smart cars and the 2025 clean car standards, Americans will spend $80 billion less at the pump and cut automotive emissions in half. An alternative An alternative to buying a more fuel efficient vehicle may be carpooling, ride sharing. Yeah, if you're using two people to get to the same place, this could cut it in half. If you're using four people, that could cut it in a quarter, etc., etc. However, if you do choose to sit with your own car, maintain it. If all Americans kept their tyres properly inflated, we could save 1.2 billion of gas each year, and inevitably this would cut emissions back even further. So, global warming and climate change are problems created by us, which means we can also be the ones to eliminate these problems. Carbon dioxide and fossil fuel use have been reduced if we can if we care enough to take the necessary steps. We all want a cleaner and happier planet for the rest of our lives and to pass on to the next generations. We do not want the Earth to heat up anymore. We do not want ice caps to melt and for sea levels to rise. We want a safe place where all ecosystems are free to thrive, not to worry about the extinction of species. Let's get the carbon dioxide levels down and reduce our use of fossil fuels together. You're all involved with the issue. You can all help to make it better and live a happier, healthier, more efficient lives. Small cutbacks are beneficial to the environment, but also beneficial to you. It's a no-brainer. You should want to save this. Climate change did not go away because we ignored it, and now we're at a more critical point than ever before. To avoid catastrophic events, we need to make a difference, and we are all capable of that. Save yourself, save your loved ones, save the planet. Thank you for listening.